As the sound suppressor market continues to grow, a lot of companies are entering the foray, building their own renditions of standard symmetrical 9mm sound suppressors. But one of the companies that has literally decades of experience building sound suppressors is SureFire. And today we're going to take a closer look at one of their cans, the SureFire Ryder 9 Ti. Alright, so I've got it mounted here on this Beretta 92FS with an aftermarket barrel from Silencer Co. And it's threaded to 1/2x28. And on the end I got this SureFire can, like I mentioned before, that was provided graciously by Silencer Shop. So let's take a few rounds downrange and hear it. And if you're wondering, all right, why has he got earmuffs in? Well, I'm shooting a 115 grain Supersonic 9, so no 9mm sound suppressor other than an integrally suppressed 9mm is going to be hearing safe. I mean, this might be on the border of hearing safe, but it certainly isn't pleasant to shoot. Now, toss in some 124 grain, or even better, 147 grain, and this becomes borderline movie quiet. It's pretty slick. Anyway, let's try this out with this M9 and see how she does. Pretty good. Now, point of aim, point of impact, you'll see some kind of shift whenever you add a sound suppressor to a barrel, just because it's going to alter the barrel's harmonics. Now, we've seen it on this classic Warhorse. Let's put it on something that a few more people tend to own. In this case, a Glock 17, 3rd generation, with an SGM Tactical. If I can get the barrel started. And yes, it is empty. With an SGM Tactical stainless steel threaded barrel. Alright, same 115 grain 9mm ammunition from Winchester. Try it out in this gun. Now I've got the booster installed right now because it is a locked breech recoil operated sidearm, so it has to have a little bit of extra oomph behind it to successfully cycle the action with something as heavy as a sound suppressor attached. Alright, let's see how it does. Oh, we got a jam. Well, didn't quite do so well on that gun, but then again, this is bone dry right now and in dire need of some oil. Any case, that's with the booster installed. Now, what's interesting is you can remove the base cap here, if you will, and the pistons are interchangeable. So while this is a 1/2x28 piston, you can put in any piston size they currently offer. That includes the 13.5 left-handed that the P226 and the SIG MPX like to use, as well as H&K's firearms, and anything else that's in existence. So I'm going to take this end cap off real quick and replace the booster inside. Assuming I can actually get this thing out. There we go. Whew, this thing is caked on there. And when I say booster, what I'm referring to is just a coil spring. And then we'll insert this solid object, which is steel, in its place. And the reason you want that in there is because if you're running a rifle or a fixed barrel firearm, having the booster can actually batter the sound suppressor and even the muzzle a bit, potentially. All right, so it's on there nice and tight. Let's toss it on something that, with a fixed barrel. How about a SBR Turner Fabrications MP5 clone? This one has not only a 3-lug barrel on the end, but if I can get this thing started, not only a 3-lug adapter on the end, but it also has that 1/2x28 threaded portion for the last 1/2 inch or so of the barrel. All right, that's nice and snug against the gun. Let's toss some more of those 115 grain rounds downrange. Now, what's interesting is you can actually feel the recoil impulse difference on this, as opposed to running it without a sound suppressor of any variety on there. It actually almost feels a bit sluggish and delayed. Now, what's great about roller delayed firearms is they tend to play fairly well with the sound suppressor. Now, overall, the Ryder 9 is a fairly lightweight can, even though it's rock solid, and it's very versatile, especially with the addition of a booster, a spacer, and a series of pistons, allowing you to mount it on your favorite gun. But if shooters want a more versatile can that might not get quite as good performance, they can always opt for a 45 variant of one of SureFire's other cans. And here's that piston real quick. See, it's pretty detailed looking. It's actually partially ventilated too, or perforated. Pretty cool. Now stay tuned for additional reviews in the upcoming weeks and months, and you'll see this Ryder mounted on even more badass firearms. Thanks guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more burst reviews.